And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is Murdy Masks. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who has supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y, creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us, keep up to date with our daily photos, and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. Also, text Murdy, M-U-R-D-Y, to 77222. That's Murdy to 77222 to be part of our exclusive text message club and to receive updates right away. That's Murdy, M-U-R-D-Y, to 77222. All right. Well, I have a little bit of a story for you guys. Friday afternoon, I realized that the company was going to be needing to help out in this fight against COVID. We obviously had been seeing a decline in our regular sales, as is to be expected in a down market like this. And I had recorded a podcast specifically for Thursday that never went live, and it probably will still. However, we ended up being able to say, well, what can we make, right? We're a manufacturing company. We've got a lot of equipment, a lot of machines, and a lot of good people. How can we keep this process going, and how can we help out in this fight? And the call went up for face masks and personal protective equipment. And we actually, I think, are pretty well situated for that. So Friday night, I sat down at the drawing board and I worked on a couple of different designs, and I figured out how we were going to do masks. I went to our local hardware store and was able to find this particular filter material. Now, this particular filter material was MERV 11 material, which filters particulates from 1 to 3 microns in size. It had 3 adjustable straps and could be laser engraved very quickly and very easily on our particular machines. I had launched the design. I got some more supplies, and we had launched the design Sunday night quietly on the website. And then on Monday morning at 11:19 a.m. Central Standard Time, we had sent out the email announcing this. We had sold out of them by 11:27. Now, we didn't have that many to start with. We hadn't got a ton because we weren't sure how they would sell. But they sold very quickly, and I immediately received a lot of emails from a variety of people in the healthcare industry and not that were interested in buying more and were concerned and were wondering when we were going to get more in. Obviously, I continued to look for our filter material, as that is the core here. It's the key component. And I realized that the filter material was going to be one of the most difficult parts of this whole thing to supply. Unfortunately, it's also the most used there. So we ended up saying, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. What can we make that will allow us to shrink the amount of filter material required, but will still provide the best level of protection for the people? And we ended up coming up with our version 2.0. Now, the version 2.0 of the Murdy Mask, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can see it, but I will describe it as well, is made from a single piece of muslin fabric. It is a densely woven cotton. It has a metal nose piece to be able to be formed to your face to provide a nice tight seal, and it's got tie strings to go around your ears. It also has on the back of it, and on the inside of it, a pocket. This particular pocket is designed specifically to hold the filter material. This allows for people to be able to put in filters that we will hopefully be able to supply in regular stock, but also people be able to use alternative filters that they're able to find around at home or at the hardware stores. This particular version also is designed to work on its own, although not obviously as effective as those with the filters in them, but it could function as a mask on its own, and we'll be posting the information that has been provided for the research on using protective gear that is just fabric rather than a filtration material. Now, the advantage of this is this particular design allows us to get significantly more mask filtration units out of a single piece of filter. We are working with a couple of different suppliers around the country to see if we can get more supply for the filtration components. However, obviously that is something that we haven't been able to finalize yet. So we've got quite a bit in stock at the moment, but as those dry up, that could be something that we have some trouble restocking, although I'm working on figuring that out. Now, the advantage of this particular design is you're able to put it over your nose, tie it up around your ears and around your face. I apologize for those of you who are listening and not getting the full experience here. And then as you tie it up around your face and around your ears, you can reform the nose piece. And you can pull it down and around to get a nice tight seal fully around the face. This particular design is a classic 3-pleat design, very common in World War I, World War II, and pretty much every war since, for fabric masks before disposable masks became common and prevalent in the society. Now, this particular mask is something that we are working on continuing to manufacture. We're continuing to source the materials. We do have a decent amount in stock at the moment of most of the components. We are waiting on some of the components still. So we are opening up to pre-sale in a limited way. We have enough stock on the way, particularly on the road, to be able to make some. We're hoping to start manufacturing Friday, and we'll be shipping them out as soon as we possibly can. We are obviously prioritizing health professionals and healthcare facilities for those of you who are having trouble finding that. So please feel free to contact us if you are one of those people, and we can probably potentially help supply in bulk. We are reserving a specific amount of our supply specifically for healthcare professionals that won't be for sale to the general public. However, we do have some, and we will be selling those to the general public. For those of you who, unfortunately, due to your job or due to the circumstance of your environment, may have to go out in the world and work despite the fact that there's a lot of quarantine measures going on. So for those of you who have to potentially be a child care worker or otherwise interact with people who may be in a susceptible population or could be a large transmitting population, it is encouraged. You are encouraged to wear a mask if possible, and we'd be happy to help. Now, obviously, some of this stuff is subject to change. We may not be able to do exactly these colors. We want to be able to get the mask out. We'll obviously never diminish our quality. We'll always be using the same quality fabric and the same quality ties. It's definitely going to be on our top priority to make sure that these are the very best that they can be. However, like I said, the color may shift slightly depending on what they have in stock. It may not always be kind of this true matching white. Sometimes it might be more of a cream color or maybe even an entirely different color. So we'll be working on that as best as possible and keeping you guys updated as soon as possible. These will be going for sale on our website, hopefully tonight, potentially tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. We will be sending out a text message and an email probably when they go out. Maybe not right away, so obviously stay tuned to that. And we'll definitely be working on providing a pre-sale option right away. So the pre-sale will probably go available tonight, but like I said, those might not ship till Friday or a little bit after there, depending on how fast the other materials come to us. We'll be working on getting those out right away. If you are a health professional or otherwise in the health industry and are looking to buy in larger quantities or looking to source these in a bigger way, please feel free to contact us directly via email, sales, S-A-L-E-S, at murdycreative.co, murdycreative.co, and we'll be happy to talk more in details about what we can do for you guys and how we can best help in this situation. At the moment, due to the fact that we don't have as many as we'd like, we are limiting the number of mask sets you can buy at a time. You can buy up to 4 mask sets. Now, that mask set is a cloth mask with 10 filters that go in, 10 disposable filters that go inside it. That's a single mask set. We're going to be limiting those to 4 per customer unless you are a healthcare professional. If you are a healthcare professional, please contact us directly and we can work on special occasions or special arrangements. If you are not a health professional and you do order more than 4, we will be refunding you the difference in your order and only shipping the maximum number provided. And we'll be working on getting those out right away as they're available. So please, if you are looking to order more than 4 at a time, please contact us about a bulk order. If you're a health professional, that's a different story. We want to help you guys out, of course. If you're a private citizen, you shouldn't need more than 4 cloth masks and 10 filters that come with each of those masks. So please feel free to reach out to us if you have exigent circumstances and would like to speak with us on those. We do appreciate your guys' fight for this. In the early 1940s, the Parker Pen Company, which was in my hometown, as well as the local GM plant, switched over their production to making munitions and, I believe, trucks for the Army to fight and help with the war effort. And this is our small homage to that and our small bit to help in this fight. And we hope to make the best quality masks that are the best personal protection equipment out there in an effort to help our people, many of whom are very dear family and friends who are in this fight. I personally have my father, who is over 60 and is potentially going to be in the midst of this. So we're trying to make sure that we make equipment that'll keep him and all of you out there alive in this deep and dark time. We also appreciate those of you who've continued to support us. We will be keeping our journal manufacturing open in a small way. We will continue to be manufacturing, and we hopefully will not see a significant increase in our 3 to 5 day lead time for our journals. However, depending on how fast these mass production picks up, and depending on what our max production capability is for that could change, and we will keep you guys updated on that as well. Thank you so much for supporting our company during this time. It does make a big difference. This particular transition has been very important for us to be able to keep our employees on the payroll and to keep our doors open and our lights on and to continue on in this otherwise very difficult time for a lot of small businesses like ours. So we really appreciate your guys' support, and we want to do our best to help this fight. with every product that is purchased, we will be working on setting aside a particular donation pool that will be for those in the healthcare industry that might otherwise not be able to afford the masks and other things like that. So there is a portion of this that is of every purchase that's going to be going towards that donation pool, and we're working to make sure that that happens. So feel free to reach out to us with any questions or concerns about this. We are working, like I said, continuing to work on finding good sources for the filtration material, but at this time, because of the limited supply, we are limiting it to 4 per customer regularly. And for healthcare professionals, it's a little different thing. Please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much for listening. Please feel free to check back in on our next topic. And don't forget to check that subscribe button below to be sure to get the latest podcast right away. If you have any questions or concerns about your leather binder, journal, folio, please feel free to contact us on the main page of our website at Murdy Creative Co. Or you can reach out to us via Instagram and Facebook. You can text, email, call, direct message, all the usuals. And I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible, but I do appreciate your patience. If you think I deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow our new community. And word of mouth is still the best form of advertising, so please tell your friends. That being said, if you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I'm always happy to engage with our growing community, and I want to give you guys what you want. If you're looking for multiple binders for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, ask about our bulk discounts available. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.